Good morning. It's Rebecca from Rebecca Inc. Today we are going to draw a beaver. What you need for this project is a piece of paper, a pencil, a marker, and an eraser. So gather up your supplies. I always say this, pause me, gather up your supplies and come right back. All right, you're back. This is what we're doing. I'm going to move my guide and go ahead and get started. Grab another piece of paper. Make sure you can see me. I thought I was prepared. Okay, grab your pencil. You're going to use your pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see me better. And we're going to draw this cute little beaver. This suggestion was brought to me by Tanya Frankenberg's daughter, so thank you for that. I hope you enjoy learning how to draw a beaver. Our beaver has a nice long tail, so we're going to start in the upper left side of our paper, right about here to begin with. And we are going to start with a circle. To get our circle, it's going to be about this big, about the size of a quarter. Get your arm moving from the shoulder, circle it around, and once you arrive at a nice shape, put your pencil down, and you will get a really nice circle. From there, we are going to add on an oval, and we're going to tilt it up just ever so slightly. So we're going to add in an oval about like that. See how I'm going around and around, and my lines don't always meet up? Yours won't either. And in the long run, it won't matter because we are going to trace over our favorite lines that we've drawn and erase all of this. So for now, just be forgiving with yourself and move around till you get a nice shape that you like, and don't worry about it too much. It'll make sense later. Okay? Okay, next up, we are going to do a giant oval for the beaver's body. So get your arm moving. It's going to be about this size. Oops, keep bumping my guide. So get your arm moving from the shoulder. What I'm doing is I'm planting my hand down. I've got my pencil just about ready, and I'm moving my whole arm to arrive at that shape. When you do it that way, you're involving your bigger muscles, and it makes it a little bit easier to get at that shape. So get your arm moving, set your pencil down when you feel like you've got a nice shape going, and draw your oval around and around and around. This is going to be the body of our beaver. Off to the back end, beavers have those awesome flat tails, so we are going to draw another oval that will end up being our beaver's tail, just like that. Now to connect these two, where those meet up with the body, we are going to draw a triangle. One there, and one on that side. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. That can be our little code. Keep checking to make sure you can see. Okay, so we have a circle, and then an oval for the head, another oval for the body, another oval for the tail, and a couple triangles to connect those two. Next up, we are going to do a little circle that's going to live right here. That is going to help us give a really cute detail later on to that tail. So go ahead and get your arm moving, the whole arm. It's still a big enough shape where you can get your whole arm going and draw that circle right there. All right, now we're going to move over here, and we're going to give our little beaver 2 feet. The beaver's feet are oval in shape. We're going to do a simplified beaver's foot. When I was looking at them, they've got some crazy feet. Google them and zoom in, you'll see. But for now, we are going to do ovals, big ovals, one there and one there for the feet. And then we're going to add in on those feet a couple little lines. Just put them about where they're going to live, okay? Those will be like, it's like almost like webbed feet. Use them to smack down. Okay, moving up, we are going to draw this would be like the beaver's rib cage. We're going to draw a circle right about here that's going to extend just a little bit past this oval and a little bit past this side of the oval, so it's just ever so slightly bigger. So get your arm moving, draw in that circle. See how I started and it was a little bigger than I wanted it to be, so I moved it in. You can do the same thing to arrive at the shape that we want. Get your whole arm going and get it going just ever so slightly past that oval and ever so slightly past that side of the oval. Where the circle we just drew and the head oval meet, let's add in one of those little connecting triangles, just like that. For the triangle, I'm planting my hand and using my fingers, just up and down, up and down, up and down, nice and loose. We're not thinking too much. We're not worrying about it being perfect. I think I've mentioned this in past videos, so if you're new to me, art is not perfect. It's perfectly imperfect, and that's what makes it so good. All right, now let's add in our little beaver. He's got his hands, they're holding like this. So we are going to add in an oval right here. If you imagine, this is going to be like from the shoulder to the elbow. Now let's add in another oval that's skinnier this time, from the elbow to the wrist, just like that. Angle it ever so slightly. Again, I'm getting my whole arm moving to create these shapes. At the end of that oval, let's draw a little circle, about that size. It's going to be our hand. Then, right behind that hand, overlapping, we're going to draw another circle, just like that. And we're going to add in a little connecting triangle, just like that. All right, so you have just about all the shapes. Let's go in and add a few details on the face, and then we will grab our markers. So you're taking your pencil right where the oval, the larger oval in the head, and the circle meet up. Let's draw another oval, about like that. Go around and around. This one is smaller, so if you want, you can plant your elbow. Move your forearm to get that shape, and then set your pencil down when you arrive at a shape that you like. At the tip of that, we are going to draw a little triangle. Can you see that? Little triangle right there. This is going to end up being the nose of our beaver. And at the base of that triangle, we're going to draw a little circle. Almost the same size as the hands, maybe just ever so slightly smaller. And off of that, we are going to draw one rectangle, just like that. Can you guess what that's going to be? If you guessed a tooth, you are right. All right, from the nose, take your finger and slide it over just ever so slightly at an angle, and that's where we're going to draw the eye. See right there, take your finger, slide it over, and that's where we're going to draw the eye. The eye is going to just be a little circle, about like that. I'm planting my wrist and I'm using my fingers to draw that circle. And then we are going to draw an arc that kind of slices over the top of that circle. Now you'll notice as you do these drawing tutorials with me, how you draw that arc gives your animal some character. So sometimes you can draw it and they look really happy, and sometimes you draw it and they look really angry. Just let it be. But you'll learn as you go. Different shapes are going to convey different facial expressions, so that's kind of a fun little thing. Alright, so we did the nose and we slid our finger at a slight angle. We did the eye. Slide your finger from there, slight angle, a little further back, and we're going to draw the ear. We're going to do two circles, one inside the other. There's one, and then the other. And you are done with your pencil, believe it or not. These are all the shapes we need to draw a really cute beaver. So set down your pencil and grab your marker. If you don't have a marker, you can use a pen, just something that you can't erase. That's all you need to do. All right, so we are going to trace over some of these lines, but not all of the lines, okay? We're going to start slow, and we are going to go around. Let's start at the nose. We're going to go around that triangle, up to the top there, and then around the top of that oval. And then where it meets up with that other oval, we're going to go just ever so slightly back, just like that. You've done all the hard work. Now we're just tracing over what we've got. So we went around that triangle, and then around a little bit of that oval, and then up onto that top oval. From here, we're going to add in a little bit of detail. Around this back part of the oval, you're going to pick your favorite line, and you are going to touch your pen, touch your marker to that line, and flick it out, just like that. We're going to give our little beaver some fur. And we're going to do the same thing onto that connecting triangle, and we're going to stop with it right there. Just a little fur. He's got a little messy hairdo today. And we're going to go from there. We're going to draw around the top part of that circle, down into our oval, and stop there. So we went around the nose, the top of the head, the back of the neck, the top of his back, and down around toward his tail. Now we are going to draw around that tail. So through the connecting triangle, around that nice flat oval tail. I'm stopping at that end because my hand felt awkward, and I'm switching my direction. I'm going to go from the triangle back out to that tail. So you do the same. From there, we're going to hop onto this body oval, and then we're going to go around one foot and back. Oh, you know what? I forgot a circle. Switch to your pencil really quick. We need a small guide. Right there, we're going to add one circle. You know how we've drawn the hips on, I think we did it on the snow fox, and I can't think of what, oh, and the yak. Okay, so sorry about that. We're adding in one little circle. On that circle, you are going to add some dots to indicate that's where his little hip would be. I like to draw dots in uneven numbers. You can draw them in even if you feel like it, however you want to do it. So draw in the little dots for the hips. Then let's go back to that oval. We are going to connect from the oval up to our arm. So we're going to go from the foot around our oval into that top circle up to the arm. So see how that top circle makes it come out just ever so slightly. Let's go back and add in our little foot, just like that. And let's add in the I don't know what you call them on a beaver. I need to look it up. Claws. Let's add in those little lines where you drew them. For those lines, touch your marker to the edge of your oval and then flick it back in. So those lines will be like little indicators. Okay, moving up to our beaver's shoulder. We're going to start from just below his armpit. So this oval that we drew that was like this would be his shoulder down to his elbow. We're going to start right about here on the outside of that, and that's going to be his armpit. We're going to go armpit to elbow. Then we are going to switch direction. Put your hand facing this way, and up where that forearm meets the hand, we are going to do that same thing we did up here. We're going to give him a little hint of fur. So we're going to touch our marker to that oval that we drew and flick it out. Point the fur down, just like that. You're doing so good. If I'm going too fast for you, pause me and catch up. You can also leave a comment. Hey, Rebecca, it's too fast, and I will try to slow down. Okay, next, let's go around the hand. We're going to go all the way around that circle and a little bit back into that oval. So all the way around that circle and back into that oval just ever so slightly. You're doing so good. Okay, now let's go from there. Let's follow that circle that we drew, connecting the body oval. Let's follow that up to the chin. So we're going to go up just like that. Then we're going to draw around that back hand, the connecting triangle around the top part of that circle. And you have his two little hands, and he's holding something like that. He's so cute. All right, on this hand, we're going to do the same thing that we did on the feet. We're going to touch our marker to the edge of that circle and flick it in and give him two little claws. I need to look up what those are called. All right, on to the details of the face. Let's go back up to our nose. Where we had that little oval, we are going to draw a little portion of that, and then we're going to connect it into that triangle, just like that. Then we're going to draw around a little bit of that bottom circle, just like that. And I'm going to give mine a little mark like that because I think it makes it look like they're up to something. And I like that. And then we're going to add in our tooth. Go around your rectangle. Then you're going to connect that oval down to the neck, just like that. All right. Let's add in a little fur detail along this oval, just a little of the way back. You are going to touch your marker down and just give a couple little hints of his raggedy fur right there. Just like that. Okay, let's go back into the eye. We are going to draw that arc over the top and then around the circle. Inside that circle, draw another circle and then fill it in. And you have a cute little eye. For the ear, we're going to go around a portion of that outside circle and around a portion of the inside circle. Almost like you're drawing a backwards C, just like that. And then onto the inside, just like that. You drew a really super cute beaver. Okay, let's add one more little detail before we get to erasing. Around this circle on the inside here, we are going to draw some fur. So touch your marker to the inside of that circle, touch it and flick it out, just like that. Cute little flicks of fur. And that'll give a nice little detail for our tail. And I'm going to add in the top part of that triangle there, because they have like where their fur connects to that flat tail. Okay, so here we have a really cute beaver. Let's go ahead and grab our eraser. I'm going to use one that I drew earlier with pencil so that you can see. Hold down your paper so it doesn't crinkle. I used to hate that when my paper would crinkle. Grab your eraser and start erasing. You can start anywhere you want. Gently erase over your beaver. If you don't have a white eraser, you may have a pink eraser or the back of a pencil eraser. Any kind of eraser will do. The only suggestion I can give you is make sure it's clean, because sometimes you go to erase and your eraser leaves a mark, and that's frustrating. So keep erasing, and you're going to be left with a really cute little guy. If you're looking for other things to do today, you can check out my website. I've added some more downloadable coloring pages. I think I've got cats, dogs, mythical creatures, mermaids and gnomes, and what else? A lion and a pufferfish on there. Check those out. Download them and color them up. Please send me your drawings in the comments below. And if you have a suggestion on an animal that you would like to draw, you can send me that as well. You can also find me on Instagram at Rebecca Inkabink. I'm trying to post some time-lapse videos on there in the afternoons. It's tricky because my studio becomes a classroom and my kids take over. So doing the best I can, just like you are too. I hope you had fun. We'll be back here tomorrow and we'll draw something else together. Enjoy your day. Bye.